You wake up to a sunny morning, birds chirping outside your window, you have a roof over your head, food in the fridge, and people in your life who care about you. On paper, things seem pretty good. Yet, there's a nagging feeling of unease, a knot of tension in your chest that just won't unravel. This, my friend, is the paradox of anxiety. It doesn't always scream from the rooftops or announce its arrival with fanfare. Sometimes it lingers quietly in the background, casting a shadow over even the brightest of days. You might find yourself asking, why am I anxious? My life seems fine. But here's the truth. Anxiety doesn't always play by the rules of logic. It's not always a response to a tangible threat or an immediate danger. Often it's a whisper, a subtle shift in our internal landscape that betrays a deeper disconnect. Our modern world, for all its advancements and comforts, has a way of amplifying these feelings. It bombards us with information, demands our attention from all directions, and subtly reinforces a culture of never enough. It's no wonder so many of us feel perpetually on edge, even when life appears to be going well. Imagine your nervous system as a highly sensitive alarm system, finely tuned to detect and respond to threats. For our ancestors, this was a matter of survival. A rustling in the bushes could mean a predator lurking nearby, a sudden storm a threat to their shelter. Today, the threats we face are often less about physical danger, and more about social pressures, work deadlines, and the constant barrage of information vying for our attention. Yet our nervous systems haven't quite caught up. They still operate on the principle of better safe than sorry, even when the danger is an overflowing inbox or an upcoming presentation. This constant state of low-level activation, like a humming alarm system that never quite shuts off, can leave us feeling drained, irritable, and yes, anxious. We're living in a perpetual state of fight or flight, even when there's no immediate enemy to fight or flee from. This is the essence of silent anxiety, the feeling of unease that persists, even in the absence of a clear and present danger. Silent anxiety is like a low-grade fever that never breaks. You might not feel acutely ill, but it saps your energy, affects your sleep, and casts a gray pall over your days. You might experience it as a tightness in your chest, a racing heart, digestive issues, or an inability to quiet your mind. One of the primary culprits behind this epidemic of unease is the lack of emotional rest. In our always-on, hyper-connected world, we're constantly bombarded with stimulation. Our phones buzz with notifications, our inboxes overflow, and our social media feeds present a curated highlight reel of other people's lives. This constant influx of information and stimulation keeps our brains in a state of hyper-arousal, making it difficult to truly unwind and recharge. We're like computers running multiple programs simultaneously, our processors struggling to keep up. Over time, this takes a toll, leaving us feeling depleted, overwhelmed, and yes, anxious. The hidden stressors we often ignore. While the constant pings and notifications of modern life certainly play a role in our collective anxiety, there are other, more insidious stressors that often go unnoticed. These are the subtle, yet pervasive pressures we place on ourselves, the unrealistic expectations we internalize, and the ways in which we allow our inner critic to run rampant. Consider the pressure to be productive every waking moment. We scroll through social media and see others seemingly achieving great things, which fuels a sense of inadequacy and the urge to constantly be doing something. We sacrifice sleep in the pursuit of productivity, blurring the lines between work and leisure, and ultimately leaving ourselves feeling exhausted and depleted. Then, there's the relentless self-criticism. We berate ourselves for our perceived shortcomings, replay past mistakes on a loop, and focus on our flaws while overlooking our strengths. This negative self-talk creates a toxic inner environment, chipping away at our self-esteem and amplifying our anxiety. Finding stillness in a world of chaos. So how do we navigate this modern world and find a sense of peace amidst the chaos? How do we soothe our frazzled nervous systems and quiet the incessant chatter of our anxious minds? It starts with awareness. By recognizing the hidden stressors in our lives, both external and internal, we can begin to make conscious choices that prioritize our well-being. This might mean setting boundaries with technology, carving out time for activities that bring us joy, and learning to say no to commitments that drain our energy. Grounding techniques such as deep breathing exercises, mindfulness meditation, and spending time in nature can be incredibly effective in calming our nervous systems and shifting us out of the fight or flight response. Even a few minutes of conscious breathing can make a world of difference. Embracing the journey to inner peace. Perhaps the most important step in easing silent anxiety is to cultivate self-compassion. This means treating ourselves with the same kindness, understanding, and forgiveness that we would offer to a loved one. It means challenging our negative self-talk and replacing it with more supportive and encouraging inner dialogue. Remember that inner peace is not a destination, but a journey. It's a practice, a conscious choice we make each day to show up for ourselves with love and acceptance. It's about recognizing that we're all works in progress, perfectly imperfect, in our own unique ways. You are not alone. If you're struggling with silent anxiety, please know that you're not alone. This is a common experience, one that's often exacerbated by the demands and pressures of modern life. The good news is that there are steps you can take to find relief, to reclaim your inner peace, and to live a life that feels more aligned with your values and aspirations. Start by exploring the resources available to you, whether it's seeking guidance from a therapist, connecting with a support group, or simply incorporating some of the practices mentioned here into your daily routine. Remember, even small steps in the right direction can make a big difference. Your well-being is worth fighting for.